China saying they may invade and take islands, not just of Japan, that are disputed off the coast of Hong Kong and Taiwan. There's a whole bunch of them that they're disputing, but major islands that the Japanese took from them during World War II or in the lead up to World War II that are now part of the Philippines. And they've said a few months ago they will nuke anyone that gets in the way of when they decide to take those islands. And folks, China has already been taking land from Vietnam and has already had military skirmishes with them. So you need to understand, this is serious. And our politicians are busy trying to militarize every law enforcement agency out there into paramilitaries to take on, in order of importance to them, returning veterans, gun owners, libertarians, constitutionalists, conservatives, land rights activists. And then they have a token go after the left. Traditional leftist system is to go after GMO and things, which I actually agree with. I don't agree with burning down their facilities. I agree with burning down their lies in the info war and exposing that. I'd be all for GMO if they knew what they were doing, or if they weren't engaged in piggybacking or Trojan horsing traits into the food that reduce fertility and increase cancer on record. By the way, they still have mainstream news articles in the last few weeks saying Alex Jones is nuts, tinfoil hat. He believes the NSA is spying on everything. It's on record that everything is scooped up illegally and dumped into giant vats. Major corporations get it and share it. The governments get it and share it. And it makes our country unsafe, not safe, and gives strategic elites access to the data that everyone else doesn't get. So it allows them to corner markets, consolidate markets, knock out their competition, destroying diversity of the marketplace. Stagnating society. Do I need to go on here about what we're dealing with? Do I? So we'll open the phones up for this question. What do you think the most important issue is? The monetary crisis that has been designed to implode world currencies and bring in world government? Is the collapse itself the big story, or how they engineered it? Or do those just go together? Is it the buildup by Western governments for nuclear war and preparations for it, and news articles saying nuclear war is survivable and selling it like it might be the new fun adventure park to visit? Is it nuclear war? Is it the Crimea? Is it Israel? Is it ISIS being turned loose, and IS, as they call themselves, from Africa to Central Asia to destabilize the world? Is it the wide open border and the collapse of the United States? Currently, in our face, the shoe that's dropped, the balloon that's gone up, the train that left the station, I would say is the open border, because this has now been triggered. It's not hundreds of thousands a month, folks. It's 300, 400,000 a month is my estimates and my Border Patrol estimates and my ICE estimates. It's around 100,000 kids a month, but we're talking another 100, 200,000 adults. At one Border Patrol station 4 months ago, before they were ordered to stand down in Texas, they were grabbing upwards of 50,000 a month. That was in the news. 300 and something thousand in the year before. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? And there's at least 100,000 illegal immigrant gang members now in the state of Texas alone, according to the DPS intelligence, which I concur with those numbers. So, listen, all I know is some cop pulls me over, runs my license, and wants to search my vehicle. I'm going to give him a dressing down. I'm going to say, listen, I know you've been told to do this, but you need to be out there worried about our collapsing border. You know I don't have any record, and do I look like I'm on drugs? Leave me alone and stop trying to violate my Fourth Amendment. Well, what's your problem, buddy? My problem is our country's burning down, and the TSA is checking people's diapers. I don't care if it's an 80-year-old man with a colostomy bag who's having colon surgery. I don't care if it's a 1-year-old baby. I'm fed up, and I'm done. This is the end of the country. That brought it into perspective. I was thinking, what is the big crisis? It's the border. It's the front and center border. It's the front and center issue. We're going to open the phones up and see what you think coming up.
American gardeners and fellow patriots, make the right choice with your money, time, and your family food supply. Choose 100% pure heirloom seeds in the Survival Seed Vault from MyPatriotSupply.com. Why spend more? The Survival Seed Vault from MyPatriotSupply.com is only $37.95 and includes 20 varieties of pure, hardy, easy-to-grow heirloom seeds. Yes, only $37.95. That's 70% less than our competitors. You could buy 3 Survival Seed Vaults for less than one of theirs. The Survival Seed Vault from MyPatriotSupply.com includes detailed planting and seed-saving instructions and ships same day. Plus, all orders over $49 ship free. MyPatriotSupply.com is American-owned by patriots like you, passionate about freedom and preparedness. Call now, 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927. Or discover more emergency preparedness items when you order at MyPatriotSupply.com. Choose the original. Choose the Survival Seed Vault at MyPatriotSupply.com.
Alex Jones here for Infowars.com. In the month of July, we have got giant specials on everything at MadeIn1776.com. The already discounted Made in 1776 t-shirts are only $17.76. We have the new belt buckles that in only 2 weeks of sale are very close to selling out. There's only 500 of each. We're talking about Made in America belt buckles in nickeled brass. This is more than a summer blowout special. This is a new declaration of independence. But to expand the InfoWar, we're offering the equivalent of more than 5 months free right now when you get a membership at PrisonPlanet.tv. For a limited time, only $39.95 a year. That's more than 5 months free off the regular price. Not just this July 4th weekend, but the entire month of July at MadeIn1776.com. Molon Labe, you can take my gun from my cold, dead hands.
Question: could too many GMO foods and toxins be overloading your digestive and immune systems? Answer: yes. If you're searching for a powerful detox that's gentle enough to use every day, use Pro-EM1 from Teraganix. Pro-EM1 is a powerful liquid probiotic that uses good bacteria to suppress pathogens and gently eliminate toxins from your body. A healthy digestive system will cleanse and remove toxins, support weight loss, improve absorption of food nutrients, and aid in controlling yeast and other infections. Pro-EM1 is made with only non-GMO and certified organic ingredients, has no preservatives, and is dairy, soy, wheat, and gluten-free. Pro-EM1 is the key to your digestive health. Order Pro-EM1 Daily Probiotic Cleanse at Teraganix.com, spelled Teraganix.com, or call toll-free 866-369-3678. That's 866-369-3678. Also available through Amazon Prime. Pro-EM1 from Teraganix. Life's getting better.
How can you save a ton of money and prepare for emergencies? By having your own in-home freeze dryer from Harvest Right. Now you can cut down on wasted food by freeze drying your leftovers. That's right. Create your own long-term food storage by freeze drying your own fruits, meats, vegetables, even complete meals with a Harvest Right in-home freeze dryer. Imagine the savings and the peace of mind. See how the amazing Harvest Right freeze dryer works at harvestright.com.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
The humiliation. Secretary of State John Kerry had to go through a metal detector screening before a meeting with the Egyptian president. They didn't trust him. Well, I know why the Egyptian president didn't trust him, who's backed by the military junta. It's because Kerry double-crossed them 4 years ago and basically had the 31-year U.S. ally and stabilizer in the region, Hosni Mubarak, overthrown. They put the Muslim Brotherhood in, who then brought al-Qaeda in, and they began blowing up military bases and shooting down helicopters and crucifying Christians at the presidential mansion. This was on the foreign news. Christians upside down burning. 100-plus churches blown up in one day until 20 million Christians and Muslims hit the streets, many times bigger than the Muslim Brotherhood had done a year before, and they overthrew the Islamic State government and put the military in. And so now they won't be in a room with Kerry, and I understand why. Just like they overthrew Libya and put al-Qaeda in. Just like they're trying to overthrow Syria to put al-Qaeda in. Just like they tried to overthrow Iraq to put al-Qaeda in. And they've now basically done it within the new Islamic State area that we predicted would be part of Syria, part of Iraq. That was always the plan, to break the country up. And again, I bring that up because our government won't bomb ISIS when they're on big convoys that can be taken out. Of course they would never bomb them and said, well, it's Maliki's fault as prime minister. He hasn't been nice enough to the jihadis. And then some of the neocons go, well, we're just having all the Arabs kill each other. Like that's some type of moral policy. Yeah, even if you wanted the Arabs to all kill themselves, neocons and neo-libs, we know what it's really about. It's about creating a new super Islamic threat that can menace the West to keep the defense contractors in high cotton while we go bankrupt, but more importantly, menace the United States so that we can have our liberties taken in the name of being safe. We're being held hostage. The globalists are holding the gun, and the gun is ISIS, IS, al-Qaeda, Wahhabist, Saudi Arabian scum. And I'm not saying Saudi Arabians are scum. I'm saying ISIS, al-Qaeda are scum. And you've seen their activities. You've seen their behavior. If that's not scum, I don't know what is. Remember how Secretary of Defense Panetta and others, even in briefings with officers, make them remove their sidearms and have security thrown out of the room? And won't give speeches to even uncommissioned officers in Iraq and Afghanistan? Because they're scared of them, because they know that the military, by and large, knows who the enemy is. And I think it's actually legitimate that the political elite will not get around our soldiers' arm now. You know, Saddam Hussein would walk around with 10,000 troops around him and the general public with AK-47s in the air. Not saying he's a good guy, just pointing out that Iraqis had more of a Second Amendment than we do under Saddam Hussein, an older CIA asset who was then flushed down the toilet after being set up, just so everybody knows. We then see the new system coming into view where the only people that are allowed to be armed is al-Qaeda with heat-seeking missiles and artillery, which they now got from U.S. military bases and weapons caches that were just left there and that they were allowed to capture. ISIS was allowed to overrun Iraqi military bases built and maintained by the U.S. and contractors. They were ordered to stand down and give them the weapons, and the story is up on Infowars.com. I want to go to break and come back in the next segment and get your take on all this. The toll-free number is 800-259-9231. And you hear how good the callers are when I say first-time caller. We're doing first-time callers in this hour, free-for-all in the next hour. To quote Ted Nugent, it's a free-for-all. 800-259-9231. I got me a rock and roll band. It's a free-for-all. I got me a radio network. It's a free-for-all. Promoting freedom, unapologetically, thumbing our face in the tyrant's face, thumbing our nose right there, letting them know we're aware of their scam, calling the fraud, blowing the whole fake paradigm to hell. Toll-free number to join us, 800-259-9231, 800-259-9231. And when you hear somebody hang up, that's your chance to call in. Turkish Prime Minister says he and Obama no longer talk. Price of beef and bacon reach all-time high. Former deputy head of the Border Patrol goes public. It's on Infowars.com, DrudgeReport.com, link to it. It's in the immigration section on his site. It scrolled off last night. I want it reposted to the front page. He says government using immigrant children for asymmetrical warfare. The truth. Stay with us.
We're on the march. The empire's on the